Good afternoon, third grade friends. Glad you're here with us today. Make sure you take out lesson 2627, spiral review, and your practice page. We're going to go ahead and correct. Okay, number 1 is C. Number 2 is B. Number 3 is B. Number 4 has to be in this order: 917, 961, 971, 977. Number 5, I will accept 690 or 700. Number 6 is 20. Number 7 is 32. All right, let's look at the practice page. Now remember, I asked you to solve this in a certain way. I wanted you to find your actual first and then your estimate. Okay, even though it says estimate, then find the sum, it's easier to write your actual underneath because that's how we go ahead and we add versus where we put the line on the side to estimate. Okay, so the actual is in red, the estimate is in blue. So number 1 is 92 and 90. Number 2, 64, 70. Number 3, 131, 130. Number 4, 53, 60. 5, 81, 80. 6, 98 and 100. 7, 58 and 60. 8 is 87 and 80. Number 9, 135, 140. Number 10, 73 and then 70. Number 11, 86, then 90. Number 12, 125, 120. Number 13, 89 and 90. Number 14, 73 and 70. Number 15, 88 and 90. Number 16, your number sentence should have been 76 plus 43 equals blank. Number B is 80 plus 40 equals 120. That's our estimate. And then our actual, 76 plus 43, is 119. Number 17, your answer is 33. You could have taken 13 plus 20 to get 33, or you could have taken 10 plus 23 to get 33. And last but not least, 18 is 97. All right. Today we are going to be able to use 3-digit numbers using place value blocks or pictures to record the result using the standard addition algorithm. I've got our vocabulary words, which are also going to be listed on your sheet. Take a peek over that. It's a nice review for you. All right, we know how to add 2-digit numbers. Today, you are going to learn how to add 3-digit numbers, and I want you to think about a time when you've had to add 3-digit numbers. When has been a time where you've had to add 3-digit numbers? So we want to think about how can we use place value blocks to add 3-digit numbers, such as the number 146 and 247. And then how can I be able to regroup, right? And sometimes when you're adding 3-digit numbers, you don't have to regroup, but in this case, we might just have to do that. So if I have 146 and I'm adding 247, right? We can use pictures. We can use our model over here to help us by representing it. So let's just be patient here. I'm grabbing my cursor. I'm going to go back to full screen so it's a little easier for you to see. Okay, so I'm going to go down. We're going to use place value blocks first to model the numbers. So I have for the first one 146. So 100, I need 4 tens. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I have 6 ones, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oop, where'd that 6 go? That's 6 right here. Okay, and then I'm going to use pictures to represent 247. So I have 100, 100, 200, and then 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, and 40. All right. And then I have 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I am going to start by adding these together. So I've got my representation there, right? I first start from the very far right, so 6 plus 7. Well, if I look at a visual, I know that I can make a 10 stick, because notice how I organize these, by the way. I put them by 5 and then 1, kind of like a 10 frame. I know that I have 5 over here and 5 over here, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn that. I'm going to keep it lower so we can see, so I can interchange a little bit better. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and I'm going to turn it into a 10 stick. So I'm going to cross that off here. I'm going to go ahead, grab another 10 stick, right? Okay, so there's my 10 stick that I got out of that. When I added, right, so that's 10, and then I have, what did I have left? 10, 11, 12, 13. So I have 3 ones left. I made a 10 stick, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on top. Now, when I'm doing the remainder, I have 4 plus 4. I know that's 8 plus 1 more is 9. I don't need to regroup to create another 100. And then I have 1 plus 2 is going to be 393. So as you can see, I was able to take my place value blocks and regroup them into another 10. I had to make a 10 in order to regroup. Let's try this again. This time I'm just going to use pictures to represent my work. So if I have 356, and then I have 445. So if you don't want to use the place value blocks, but we want to draw a picture, this is what we can do, right? So if I'm going to draw a picture, 356. So 1, 2, 3, 56. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 56. Or sorry, 50. Oh, I didn't need that extra one there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get rid of that. Bear with me, my computer is not always liking me. I'm going to redo that part there. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and then 6 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to show pictures to represent 445. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me zoom in so we can see this just a little bit better. Okay, so now I've got my pictures to represent. Now this is where it comes in easy for us to be able to regroup together to find our answer. So I know 5 plus 6 is 11, but I can physically see that over here. I'm going to take this. Notice I have one little left over. Cross that off. I'm going to add a 10 stick. So I have one left over, right? I created a 10 stick, so it's going to carry over to the 10s. And then I know that if I add them together, if I have 10 of these, I can make another 100. I know I had 5 and 4 plus the other one makes 5. So 5 and 5, I can group those together, and it's going to create another 100 block. So I got rid of that, and I know I have no 10s left over, and then I carried one over. So 3 plus 1 is 4, and 4 plus 4 is 8. Now if I counted this up, what I have left, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, and then 1. All right, let's try another one here. 145 plus 283. Adding those together, I'm going to show pictures to represent. So 100, 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 283, so 100, 200, and then 83. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and then 3 ones. 1, 2, 3. Okay, grab a different color so it's easier for you to see and to understand. I'm doing this so you can kind of see what I'm regrouping here. All right, as we look down here, I know 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't need to do any regrouping, so that just stays the same. But I know I'm going to be able to make a 10 here, because if I have 8 and I add 2 more to it from up top is going to make 10. So I can simply take this, cross that off, and add 100 block here, because I know that 10 tens is going to be 100. And then when I'm adding it over here, I know that I have 2 tens left. And since I created one, I'm going to put 1 on top here. All right. So now all I have to do is add up my hundreds. So 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 2 is 4. Again, I can count it up visually, checking my answer. 100, 200, 300, 400, 410, 420, 425, 426, 27, 28, 428. That is one way that you can do that using a visual. When you are going through on your sheet, it says write the number sentence to find the sum. You have a very similar one like this on your test. So I want you to think about it like this. So this portion, when we separate it, it's like this plus this. And what is it going to equal? Okay, so if I count up on top, I have 100 and 10, 20, 30, 3 tens, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 ones. So 134 plus, and then how many down here? So 100, how many tens? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 5 tens, and then how many ones? 1. Oh, by the way, I don't like this down here because they don't stack them up. I always stack mine up into groups of 5 like a 10 frame. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 ones. So then I know my equation is going to be 134 plus 158. It says to find the sum, so don't forget to put the answer down. Don't just leave it blank, okay? When you are doing this bottom portion, use your place value blocks or draw a picture to find the sums, okay? I don't have to see a picture. If you want to use paper pencil method to be able to find the sum, go right ahead. Same thing down here with the word problem. When you're finished, you can go ahead and start on your spiral review 2-7 as well as your practice page 2-7. Again, it says write the problem or number sentence and find the sum. I need a number sentence and the sum. Make sure that you explain yourself. Okay? Take your time, circle your evidence, okay, so that you understand. All right. 3rd grade friends, take your time and do your very, very best.